about the kinetic theory of matter. As we all know, what is matter? Anything that occupies space and has some weight or mass. Now, whenever we are talking about the matter, we already see the classification of matter. We divide the matter into solid, liquid, gas, plasma and BEC. Right, the physical classification. Now, something very important in it, that is the kinetic theory of matter. So today we are going to learn kinetic theory of matter. As we all know, whether it is a solid, whether it is a liquid or whether it is a gas, they all composed of the particles, isn't it? So whenever I am taking example of a solid, so in solid, as we know, the atoms, they are arranged like this. They are very closely arranged. We can say that in a solid, the atoms are very closely arranged. And when the atoms are very closely arranged, what does it mean? It means they are having a high force of attraction. We learn already, they are having a high force of attraction, whereas they are having very less interatomic space. And when they are having very less interatomic space, what does it mean? It means they are having less space for the movement, for the motion. And whenever we are using the word kinetic over here, what does it mean? Then when the particle possess the energy when they are in the motion. But now if we see in case of solid, right? So in case of solid, the movement is very less. Clear? Just remember the point, because on the basis of this points only we are going to learn the kinetic theory. Then suppose, if we suppose liquid. So in case of liquids, the molecules or atoms are slightly far apart from each other. Means in liquid we can say that the atoms, particles or the molecules, they are having some space. Some space is there for their movement, for their motion, and they are having less force of attraction as compared to the solids. Then if we see the example of the gaseous state of matter, right? So what happens in gaseous state of matter? One atom is here, another one is here, like this. So a lot of distance between them. So it is having a large interatomic space between the particles, right? So when it is having very large interatomic space, means the space for movement or for motion of particle is now more. Now the particles can move with a fast speed and they are having less force of attraction or minimum force of attraction as compared to the solids and liquids. So just remember this point. Okay. So now on this basis we are going to learn the kinetic theory. So first, what is kinetic theory? So kinetic theory is a good way to relate between the micro world and macro world. Okay, it is a good way to relate, okay, to relate between macro and micro world. Okay, it is a way to relate between macro and micro world. Now, the very first point of kinetic theory of matter, the first postulate of it, that is said to be the composition. So as we know that the composition, the word itself means composed of, जो मिलके बना है. So what it states, the first postulate of kinetic theory, that all matter is made up of some particles, right? All matter made up of some particles. Whether the particle is atom, molecules or ions. And the smallest unit of matter is the atom, molecule or ion. So composition, what it states? All matter consists of particles, right? It is a characteristic of matter also. And these particles, we can say that it may be an atom, it may be an ion, it may be a molecule. Okay, is it? So it is the first postulate of kinetic theory. Now the second postulate. What is the second postulate? That matter is made up of these particles, but these particles, they are always in a state of a motion. Means they are always moving. They always try to moving. Now some confusion is there whenever I am saying the word moving. So confusion arises na in solid, how the movement takes place, how the motion is there. Okay, so let's learn how the motion. So what is the second postulate? That is the particles are in motion. Particles are in motion. Particles are in motion. What does it mean? It means the particles are moving. Particles are in movement. Now, in case of solid, because the particles are very close to one another. So what we are saying, the particles, they move or they vibrate. These particles, they vibrate on their own place. In case of solid, the particles, they show movement, they show vibration on their own place. Clear? In case of liquid, if we will see, so in case of liquid, some space is there. So they can move from this place, from here to here, from here to here. In case of gases, if we see, so one is here, another one is here, another one is here, another one is here. So gases, molecules, gases, particle, gases, atoms, they can randomly move at any place. Why? Because they are having a lot of space. Clear? So what we conclude from here, that the particles of a matter in a state of an unending motion, because they are continuously moving, right? And this motion, it may be a vibration of atoms or molecules against each other, right? Or it may be a linear motion, it may be a translation motion. The motion is responsible for the particles. Why? Because it is having kinetic energy. When they are moving, when they are showing movement, right? So they are showing motion, so they possess energy, that is the kinetic energy. Clear? Now the question arises, is the kinetic energy same in solid, liquid and gases? So what should your answer? Okay students, so already we learned about the matter. What is matter? Which occupies space and has some weight. But the matter is having several characteristics that we have to learn. So the first characteristic of matter, composed of particles. So what we regarded, all matter, whether it is a solid, liquid, gas, any state of matter, it consists of the particles. And that smallest particle is maybe an atom. Generally we are saying it is an atom. Then the particles of matter, they are having some weight, they possess some weight, and hence they are having some mass. They have some mass. Then they occupy space. They occupy space. So just these three main points you have to learn. First, what is matter? We know that anything that occupies space and has some weight or mass. And the characteristic of the matter, it composed of particles, it possesses weight and it occupies space. Whenever we are saying it is made up of particle, you know what does it mean? Suppose if I am having a beaker. Every one of you know about the KMnO4 or copper sulfate. You saw at your laboratories. So if I drop 1 spoon of copper sulfate solution in this, or you can take a potassium permanganate. Potassium permanganate all know. So it becomes a dark pink color. Then from this, the solution which we made, from this if we take 2 tablespoons and if I drop in the another 100 ml of solution, so again the pink color is appear. Again from this diluted solution, if I did with the third one, so again some color is appear. So if continuously I am doing this practice, right? So what I observed, that even I am diluting the solution, but the potassium permanganate, still the particles are given the color, the pink color. Only what is the difference? The previously we got color that is very bright, that is very dark pink. But as we are diluting, the color becomes down, but we are getting the color. It means what it shows? It shows that potassium permanganate, the particles, right? That particles of matter, or matter is consist of the particles, we can say that, because still we are getting color, right? We are diluting, but what we are getting? We are getting the pink color. So is it clear to you? So these are some important characteristics of the matter, and based on this we are having the kinetic theory of matter, which is very important part of the chapter. Okay, so now we will learn what is kinetic theory of matter. Okay, no, it is not. This energy varies. So our third postulate is the variation in kinetic energy. Got the second, now the third postulate. The third postulate is this: there is a variation in kinetic energy. Okay, what is the variation in kinetic energy, beta? Variation in kinetic energy, as we already see, in solids the kinetic energy is less. Why? Because there is a less movement of particles due to more force of attraction. So in solid, or we can say solids are possessing less kinetic energy while they are having more force of attraction between the molecules or the particles. When we come to liquid, so in case of liquid, it is having more kinetic energy as compared to solid, but it is having less kinetic energy as compared to gases. It is having less kinetic energy as compared to gases, right? Then when we talk about the gases, so in gases we know that the molecules are very far apart from each other. They are in a continuous motion. They are in the motion. Actually, the particles are in motion in all the three states. But which possess more kinetic energy? The gases, due to less force of attraction and more interatomic space. So the kinetic energy is greatest in case of gases. So got the word variation in kinetic energy. What is the meaning of the word variation over here? That solid, liquid and gases, they are having different kinetic energies. Clear? So when the kinetic energy of particle goes on, and suppose if we heat the solid, so the solid changes into liquid, we know that. And when the solid changes to liquid, what will happen? The kinetic energy of the molecules goes on increasing. Similarly, if we heat the molecules of liquid, so it converts into gases or vapor. So what happens? The kinetic energy of that particular molecules goes on increasing. So in variation, also remember that whenever we increase the energy, whenever we increase the kinetic energy, right? So the motion, it also increases. The vibration of particles, it also goes on increasing. Getting this point, beta? So is it clear to you? Variation in kinetic energy, with the supply of heat energy or thermal energy to a matter, the kinetic energy of particle goes on increasing. As we give the more energy, they are moving starts very vigorously. So with the increase in kinetic energy, with the increase in heat energy, the particles motion is increased. And suppose if reverse is happen, if we are cooling down it, right? If we are not giving energy, we are cooling down. So what will happen? The kinetic energy goes on decreasing. So remember the word variation. And also the kinetic energy varies in solid, liquid and gas. Now come to force of attraction. So what is a force of attraction? We know that all the particles of matter, they are having interparticle force of attraction. What they are having? They possess interparticle force of attraction. You know what is interparticle force of attraction, beta? Inter means in between, particle means particle. When the force of attraction between the particles, and we learned already the particles may be atoms, molecules or ions. So the force of attraction which is present between the particles of solids, liquids or gases, it is termed as the interparticle force of attraction. So the next postulate of kinetic theory, what it states? It states that particles in the matter, there exists a force which we known as a force of attraction. This force decreases as we increase the distance. So this interparticle force is maximum in solids, intermediate in liquids, while it is less in it is minimum in the gases. Now here one thing also you remember, we know that the particles of matter attract each other, and they attract with each other with a type of force. But sometimes what happens, the matter particles, they may be same or they may be different. So better remember here, when the particles are same, at that time they possess cohesive force. Which force they possess? They possess a cohesive force. But when the particles of matter are different, right? So at that time they will possess a adhesive force. Do you got the meaning of cohesive and adhesive? Suppose I am having a glass with water. So there is some force between the glass particles. There is some force between the water particles, and there is one force exists between the glass and water. So the force which is exists between the glass particles or the water particles, the same type, that is said to be cohesive force. But the force which exists between the glass and the water, that is said to be the adhesive force. Right? So the force between the same, the force between the different. So these are the main postulates of the kinetic theory. Got the meaning of cohesive and adhesive? So what are the main postulates of kinetic theory, beta? What you have to remember, kinetic theory is the way to relate the macro world with the micro world. What it states? It states that all matter is made up of atoms, molecules or ions, right? They are the small bit of each element, right? Means the matter is made up of the particles, you can say that. Then these particles, they are in the motion, but their motion, it may be vibratory, their motion, it may be linear, their motion, it may be translatory, okay? And as we these particles, they possess kinetic energy, but this kinetic energy varies from matter to matter. If we give more heat energy, more thermal energy to the particles, so they start changing their kinetic energy, means kinetic energy increases because the motion increases. Sometimes if we give more heat, they starts moving very vigorously, and they are having an interparticle force of attraction between them, and this force of attraction, it goes on increasing as the distance is decreasing. And the particles of the same type, they are having cohesive force, and particles of different type, they are having adhesive force. Clear? So the postulates of kinetic theory, remember very nicely because it is very important. Okay.